The older I get, the more I learn about my roots, my upbringing, my taste, my influences, and my hair.
Who taught you, please? Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair?
For some, it doesn't mean much, but for me, it carries a story. In a world where beauty standards are high, where certain ideas are repeated quietly, and where whole industries exist around those ideas, there is also just me. A random woman living in the Netherlands, trying to understand herself a little bit better while navigating life and the choices that come with it. In this video, I reflect on the relationship with my hair, because my hair was never just hair. It started long before I noticed it. The hot comb, the relaxer. It was normal, just a part of growing up. The movies, the pop stars, the people I looked up to, they quietly showed me what was expected. The way these ideas slip into your subconscious without you even realizing that it's happening, it already happened. And long before I had words for it, a version of me was already taking shape. Hello my love, welcome back. For the people who don't know me, my name is Bettien. I make videos about personal development, faith and lifestyle and just discovering out life as we are all experiencing it, and sometimes it's a lot. It's a lot. So today we're gonna talk about something that's very personal for me, my hair. What it means to me, why it took me a while to film this video, and why this topic can feel deeper and more complicated than it seems at first. So get comfortable, take a drink or a snack, and let's take our time with this one. So, Black women's hair has never been shaped by personal choice alone. It has also been shaped by history and by social rules that go back centuries. In 1786, in what is now Louisiana, Spanish colonial law required women of African descent to cover their hair with a scarf called a tignon. This wasn't just about appearance, but about control and deciding how Black women were allowed to be seen in public. Over time, European beauty standards, especially straight hair, became associated with acceptance and status. Many women felt pressure to change or hide their natural textured hair in order to fit in. These ideas didn't stay in laws or saloons. They slowly made their way into media, sports, and film, where natural textured hair was rarely shown as the norm and often treated as something different. Even today, we still see these standards reflected in who is celebrated and what is considered beautiful. And while the laws may be gone, the influence of that history continues to shape how hair is seen and experienced.
Who are y'all to test me? Big fish should take a group of y'all to catch me. I draw quicker when it start getting sketchy. A bunch of them think they hard, just edgy. I put my heart in this, it's heavy, but my palms ain't sweaty, my feet stand steady.
I'm on my way to a friend, her name is Charlie, and I met her 10 years ago during a shoot. She was working as a model and doing beauty pageants at the time, and our friendship has gone through different phases, just like we have. One of those phases, without us really naming it, was hair. We have never had a deep conversation about it before, so I'm very curious to hear what it means to her. Since she became a mom last year, I'm also really looking forward to meeting and cuddling with the little one again.
Dus dan hebben we in april nog 3 weken ongeveer om nog een paar kleine dingetjes te verbouwen en dan eind april gaan we.
So I told my viewers that I know you for 10 years. I think more than 10 years. I don't know, when was that?
No, it's more than 10 years.
Right? Because
I think it's close to 12, 13
really?
years. I think so, yeah.
So we have known each other for so long. Yeah, we did a lot of fun stuff. Went to parties, went to chill.
Different life.
Different life.
Different time, different life.
Yeah.
During that time, I was straightening my hair just with a straightener.
Okay.
And wearing clip-ins.
Did you ever wear your hair natural before?
No. Okay, so I think when I was younger, obviously I was wearing my natural hair. And when I'm talking about younger, I mean, like, I don't know, 12, 13. And I remember when I started straightening my hair when I went to high school.
Okay.
And that's also the time when I I started wearing clip-ins first. So I was straightening my hair and I wanted to, extend the length. And then I moved to a weave because it was easier than a clip-ins.
Yeah. Do you remember what the reason was why you decided to straighten your hair, or was it something just normal for you?
No. I think I wanted to fit in. When you are around that age, you don't want to stand out as much. You want to be like everyone else.
So how was everyone around you looking at that time? Because I feel like it's mostly a reflection of your environment. So
definitely.
How was your environment looking?
So I grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s in Nijmegen, which is a town near the German border, outside of the Netherlands. At that time, it wasn't as multicultural, I would say, as it is now.
Yeah.
So the majority of the people at my school were predominantly white.
Okay.
I think there were only 4 or 5 kids of color. And at the time there was no internet.
Of course.
We didn't have the information that we have right now. So it was just a different time, I would say. Like even simple things. I remember I loved looking at America's Next Top Model, for example.
Yeah.
And all women of color, they always wear their hair straight or would wear wigs or weaves or anything like that. You wouldn't think that wearing your natural hair out was a norm.
Did you ever had people around you, like family members, saying something about you straightening your hair, or was it not something that was discussed?
My family members would say like, oh, why would you straighten your hair? You have beautiful curly hair. But then it would come from people that, are white. Because I come from a mixed background.
Yeah.
So the people who would say that to me were white, obviously, and when you're that young, those are the people that you want to look like.
Yeah.
So when they say, oh no, why would you straighten your hair? You have beautiful curly hair. I don't know, you don't really want to think, you don't want to listen to that.
Yeah.
You cannot listen to that.
But I still think it's a green flag though, because it means that people were subconsciously motivating you to be authentic and just wear your hair as it is. As for me, for example, I am raised with straightening my hair, and the moment when I was wearing my natural hair, I had family members saying stuff like, please straighten your hair, don't wear it curly, it looks funny. So so it's so funny how these things can develop, but I also think these comments were because of how deep this issue is. I think it also depends on how many information or how aware people are who are raising you, for example.
Definitely. Yeah.
All of a sudden you decided to wear your natural hair. For me, it felt like maybe something happened. What happened when you decided to wear your natural hair all of a sudden?
I think there was a really big cultural shift in the community, not only in the pageant community, but worldwide, in terms of how we all look at beauty and beauty standards. And you saw more and more women of color wearing their natural hair.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah, that made it easier. I became more confident to wear my natural hair out. And also also in a pageant, you want to be yourself in some way.
Yeah.
Your natural hair is part of you.
So that's funny because I thought you switch up your hair because you met a guy, which is your husband now, and that he inspired you also to wear your natural hair.
Yeah.
Is it?
He pushed me.
Really?
Yeah.
But I think that's a very good thing.
In the beginning, I think on our first date, I was wearing extensions. I remember he said, okay, so when we meet for our next date, why not wear your natural hair out?
Aww.
And it freaked me out so bad. Yeah, because I think it was years when I would just go out the door with my natural hair.
Yeah.
So imagine my hair was, of course, because of all the braiding and all the products and everything, it was very damaged, of course.
Yeah.
So that was basically the first step, how I switched from extensions to my natural hair, and it took years for me to be comfortable.
What were you exactly ashamed of?
When you have certain thoughts for a very long time, it's really hard to break those. For example, I always thought that wearing your natural hair out was not representable.
Yeah,
in some
of course,
way.
yeah.
It's funny because mostly in the beginning, like in those early years, majority of people of color would say, "Oh, you need to straighten it to look
definitely
presentable."
Yes, 100%.
So then you create that thought in your mind, or that narrative. Oh, I need to straighten my hair, put it back to look presentable. So when you hair your curls out, it's like you haven't done your hair.
Yeah.
I would just say, don't be afraid. This hair is so It's so amazing.
Aww.
It's so versatile.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. It's just go out of the door one day and just wear your hair out, and the next day you'll do it again, and it will be easier. And yeah,
eventually you will get used to it.
Eventually you will get used to it. And isn't it crazy that you need to get used to wearing your own hair?
I think it's crazy that we as women of color, because no other race has this kind of challenges if it comes to hair. And of course we know where it comes from. It's a lot of history and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
But I feel like I am making this documentary especially to make people aware that it is a struggle that we face. And I think everyone has a different way of how they cope with this struggle, and everyone is free to do so.
Yeah. Hoe je tijd zeg maar nu.
I have to be honest, the topic of hair keeps returning back to me. And I know I'm not the only one. The more aware I became, the more patterns I started to notice. When I first began wearing my natural hair more often, people in my family would comment things like, "I like your hair better when it's straight," or "It looks so funny." So on the surface, comments like these can sound small or harmless, but when you hear them again and again and again, they start to teach you something. They show that people feel comfortable commenting on natural hair in a way they usually wouldn't do with other groups. What's being said underneath isn't always meant to hurt, but it can land that way. It suggests that this version of you is less acceptable, that your most natural look needs to be changed or softened. These kind of comments aren't made to everyone. They appear much more often around women of color. And over time, they quietly send the message that our natural selves are something to manage, to adjust, or hide. Realizing this helped me understand how everyday remarks can add to suppression. Not because people always mean harm, but because these ideas are repeated so often. You know what? Maybe I do like my hair. I'm still figuring it out because it's so red, you know? So it's the 21st of February, and if you look outside, it's gray, it's gloomy, it's sad, it's meh. So I'm sharing quite a lot in this video, and I feel like I want to get to know you guys as well. So I was wondering if you can drop in a comment where you from which country, because y'all know I'm from the Netherlands. I live in Amsterdam, and now I just want to know you. So tell me who you are. I knew I wanted to speak to someone who works with textured hair every day. I had been to the hairdresser house of Rihema before, and we had met at an event once. On her website, she describes the salon as a safe and supportive space for women with Afro-textured hair. That caught my attention, so I decided to go back and talk to her. Do you know, guys, that this is my first ever video project that I am involving other people that I interview, and I was so nervous. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
How long have you been a hairdresser?
Like a natural hairdresser is since I started my own natural hair journey.
Okay.
That was like since 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
And like 4 years ago, I made it
official.
So if someone comes to you and they don't have a lot of knowledge about textured hair, and they come to you and they ask you, what does working with textured hair mean for you? Or mean to you, what would you say, or what would you answer?
For me, it's not just about doing hair.
Yeah.
For me, it's like helping them or guiding them. It's not helping, guiding them to love their natural hair. Because I love to be authentic. I think it's important for people to be authentic. Loving and accepting your own hair is really a part of feeling and being authentic.
Yeah.
So it's not only about doing hair, it's really an internal journey that I help them with. Also more like a coach.
What are the struggles you see your daily clients are struggling with?
Most of them, they are struggling with how to take care of their hair, what products they need to use, what kind of routine they need. Also with loving their own hair.
Yeah.
So it's also, they're always, most of the time they come in with problems. I notice the way they talk about their hair, they don't love their hair yet. So I help them with the journey to loving their hair.
What are the things that you have seen a lot, where the ideas come from, if it comes to internal process? Is it like the way they have brought up, like then you have, I don't know, like it can be a lot. What do you see?
Different stories. Most of the time it's a combination.
Okay.
It always starts with where did you grow up? Also, how did your parents treated your hair, talk with you about your hair? School, how did school friends responded on your hair?
Oh wow, of course.
So all those things, they make people grow up with certain kind of beliefs about their own hair.
Yeah, that can be a part of the internal struggle.
Yes, exactly. So the beliefs that they grew up with because of their environment, that can be a part of their internal struggle. So what you see is when people are growing up or when they are having kids, especially daughters, then something is shifting inside of them, and then they get interested in how to take care of their hair.
Oh wow.
And that's how the journey most of the time starts. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
For us, the internal process has to do with how we have been brought up.
Yeah.
But also I think, of course, history and things we see, because we don't see a lot of role models
Exactly.
with natural textured hair.
Yeah, people with European hair, they have like, oh, my hair is very naughty or my hair is very oily. They have different kind of struggles, but they also have their struggles.
Yeah.
So it's not like we only have our hair is difficult and other people's hair is not difficult.
No.
They have their own kind of difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The weight of choosing your hair, and if you're going out with your own hair or covering up your hair is a struggle
that they don't have.
Most of the times only black women have.
True.
If you look at things in the past, and even for me, like I have a new job and I am thinking about what is the hair that I'm going to wear, because I'm afraid that people are gonna make comments or people are gonna look at me a certain way, and I am thinking this way because I had experienced this, and sometimes I do feel like this is a thing most of the part black women experience, or also black men maybe.
For sure.
We still live in a society that people do have a big or large opinion if it comes to the way we present ourselves and our textured hair.
Yeah, and I think what we used to do is try to look for the solution outside of us.
Oh, wow.
But I think it's important to look for the solution inside of ourselves and our communities.
What would be the first step?
Look for a professional.
Okay.
Look for a professional, because that will make your whole journey way easier than doing it yourself.
So if someone is watching now, you could give them a message if it comes to their natural textured hair, what would you say?
God doesn't make mistakes. The way you were born is the right way. So your afro hair, your natural hair, it's right, it's not wrong, it's good.
Hallelujah!
Yeah.
I thought I would come to some kind of solution, but to be honest, I didn't. Instead, I was confronted. Listening to others, I realized how deep-rooted this topic really is. It's not just about hair. It's history. It's identity. It's something we are still carrying today. Something I still carry today. At the same time, I also realized how much freedom there actually is. How many ways we can wear our hair and how many ways we can express ourselves. And maybe it's not about never changing your hair again or proving something to the world. Maybe it's about awareness, about asking yourself, is this a choice that I'm making, or do I feel like I don't have a choice? I've learned that being gentle with myself is more powerful than fighting another battle. and that everyone who struggles with this will deal with it in their own way. And whatever that choice may be, it's okay. Thank you for listening to my story, and I hope to see you in another one. Love, Bettien.